Just when you thought that the UFC just couldn't possibly get any wilder, Uncle Fester hops on Instagram Live and drops 4 absolute bombshells. 4 major blockbuster fights that are set to headline the 4th quarter of UFC's 2025 calendar. And if you're a fight fan, then these just aren't your run-of-the-mill average good fights. These are dream matchups, rematches, stylistic chest matches, high-stakes showdowns, and fights with legacy and history behind them. Each one of these events could headline an entire year, and yet they're all coming at us at a span of 2 months. Let's talk about it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can help me reach 3,000 subscribers by May. I'll deeply appreciate you. And make sure you join the official UFC Discord, link in the description. Alright, so look, let's start with October 4th, Las Vegas. The long-awaited rematch, the ones that the fans have been begging for a fat minute. Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev, the rematch. And, the first fight kind of left a lot of people with some questions. Some felt that Alex Poatan just wasn't himself that night. He was coming off of a brutal jam-packed schedule, fighting 4 times in 1 year and each one against absolute killers. So, it's kind of fair to say that he might have been a little worn down in his fight against Ankalaev the first time around. And yet, Big Ank came in sharp, disciplined, and did what many said that he couldn't do and couldn't be done. He neutralized Alex Pereira's power and walked him down and walked away with the title. But here we are again. No more excuses, and this time it's different. This time, Alex Poatan is coming in fresh and with the full camp and with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. With Poatan, this is redemption. For Big Ank, this is validation. No controversy, no excuses, just 2 of the best light heavyweights on the planet going at it once more and for all the marbles. And whether or not you're Team Pereira or Team Ankalaev, there is no denying the magnitude of this rematch. But wait, that same night, we're getting another title fight. Merab the Machine Dvalishvili versus Corey the Sandman Sandhagen for the bantamweight crown. And man, what can you say about Merab Dvalishvili? I mean, the man is having one of the greatest calendar years in bantamweight history. I'm talking 3 back-to-back title defenses in 2025 alone. First, he shut down Umar Nurmagomedov in January. Then just 5 months later, he dominated Sean O'Malley in the rematch and left no doubts. And now he's back again just 4 months later against one of the trickiest strikers in the division, Corey the Sandman Sandhagen. And this fight just isn't about the belt anymore because it's about greatness. And if Merab Dvalishvili is not only able to pull this off and maybe even fights one more time before the year's end, then the bantamweight GOAT discussion as well as conversation gets very, very real at that point in time. I mean, the sheer volume, dominance, the level of competition that he's gone through in just 12 months, it's all unprecedented. But with all that being said, we cannot count out Corey the Sandman Sandhagen just quite yet. I mean, he's a madman, and I'm talking about the flying knees, the spinning kicks, the unorthodox range control. He's capable of ending fights in ways that you just don't expect, and it's basically just a brutal style clash, and one where the winner will either cement a legacy or rewrite it. But just when you thought that a double championship card just wasn't enough, we're also getting Yuri Prochazka versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. on that same very night. Come on. This is the kind of fight that gets circled on calendars, screenshotted, tweeted, and talked about in barbershops. 2 of the most dangerous strikers in the UFC, both on win streaks and both looking to make one final run toward the title they fell short to thanks to one man, Alex Poatan Pereira. And on one side, we've got Khalil Roundtree Jr., whose recent win over Jamal Hill kind of showed us just how sharp he's become since that loss against Alex Poatan. Blending those explosive Muay Thai techniques like the lightning fast kicks and some of the most vicious finishing instincts in the game on a former world champion. And on the other side, you've got chaos personified. Yuri Prohaska, the warrior monk, the most unpredictable, unorthodox striker in the UFC and, that the UFC has ever seen. When he fights, he doesn't just enter the cage, he steps onto a battlefield and chaos just kind of follows. And while this fight doesn't have a belt on the line, make no mistake, because it's a #1 contender eliminator, and it's guaranteed violence from the start to the finish. This is going to be a striker's delight. A don't blink type of fight where one mistake and someone's out cold vibrating on the canvas floor. And finally, October 25th in Abu Dhabi, we've got the return of the undisputed king of the heavyweights, Tom Aspinall, as he defends his throne against Ciryl Gane. Now, let's be real quick, because this one might divide some of the fans up. And, some people might go into this fight believing that Ciryl Gane just doesn't have what it takes in order to, make it competitive against Tom Aspinall. But let's not forget that Ciryl Gane is one of the cleanest and slickest heavyweight strikers we've ever seen. I mean, that movement, that footwork, that range control, it's kind of something special. And, now with some months of preparation and redemption on his mind, he's stepping into the octagon into a title shot against a guy who's looking borderline unstoppable. I mean, Tom Aspinall just isn't just dominant, he's kind of different. He brings that heavyweight power with that middleweight speed. He's calm under pressure, clinical on the ground, and with his fight IQ, he's able to go in there and brawl with some of the best. And this is the kind of matchup that doesn't just crown a winner, it kind of sends a message. Because whoever wins this fight kind of sets the tone of the entire heavyweight division moving forward. Is Tom Aspinall truly the man to usher in the next era of heavyweight greatness? Or is Ciryl Gane finally going to silence the critics and complete the comeback of a lifetime? We're just gonna have to see on October 25th. But with all that being said, let's just take a step back and appreciate what we're witnessing here. I mean, in the span of 3 weeks, we're getting 2 title fights, 2 potential #1 contender bouts, 4 cards stacked with absolute killers and legacy-defining moments at every turn. The UFC's 4th quarter of 2025 isn't just fine, it's gonna be historic. And Uncle Fester didn't just announce some fights, he kinda dropped a statement. And these matchups just aren't gonna be entertainment, they're gonna be milestones, and they're the kind of moments that we'll be talking about for years to come. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. But that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your guys' thoughts to the quadruple banger that was just dropped on us by Uncle Fester? What was your most recent favorite drop? Let me know in the comment section below. But that about wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.